something forthcoming. Gold Fat Recordings. This one's the mighty Mike Kiss. It's called Love Me, Haunt Me. Send us back to the Birmingham Massive. Big ups to Dave Walsh. Hope you have a good year, buddy. Yeah, you too, mate.
Live on Bass Drive.
Happy New Year's. Hope you're doing well. I am still a little bit hungover. That's fine. It happens. Ooh. Coffee? I already started painting, mixing the paint. Because I want to change this. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, nice and chill, easy. You know the deal, right? So to show you what I'm working on, that. This here, this specific tint right here, not that one, not that one, not that one, but this one, I want to turn gray, or gray it out, at least a whole lot more. I'm still fussing a little bit about how I want to approach this, because I'm, oops, sorry. I'm not 100% sure. That's fine. Small steps and all that, right? But I am thinking, start off with the darkest dark. I think that's a good idea to start with. But I haven't finished mixing my paint yet. Oops. No, that's what I'm gonna do. Still don't have a camera to aim at it. My apologies. Here's a little tip. If you want to use black in your paintings, you can do that. Give it a temperature. That's the secret to vibrant, dark colors. Because if you just straight up add black to a color, darken it, you're going to destroy the saturation of the color. Won't be as vibrant. But to remedy that, mix it with a temperature. For cold, I use ultramarine blue. For warm, I use burnt umber. Just give it a little taste. Especially if you are mixing like very gray tones. Take the color that you want, add the complementary color to gray it out. And then with a mixture of black, white, and ultramarine blue, depending on what temperature you want, darken it out. Or I usually just keep adding ultramarine blue until I start to see that, until I start to see a very vague or subtle hint of blue when I smear out the paint. The reflection gives me a sort of a blue tint, then I'm happy. A lot, but it should be good. All right. That's very gray.
This is Subrix, and you're locked into Amnesty Live on bassdrive.com.
Doing my best to clean the palette. Get that old paint off of there. Without pushing all those little, you know, little clumps of dried up paint, without putting that into the new paint. Got you right over there. That's good. All right. Dark. No, I think I'll keep it like that for now. These brushes should, in theory, still be good. Trying to think. Yep. Still wet. Beautiful. I haven't touched these in a couple days. They're still good. Beautiful stuff. Alright, let's add a little bit of thinner. That should be good.
Such a strange affliction, scrolling pages aimlessly. Word addiction, phone unlocked, what daylight is fading. While we living each day through a screen. Hours flicking through someone else's dreams. Be here now with me. Only here with me. I do and breathe.
I ordered a medium of the same brand, also completely non-toxic. Should be getting here in a couple days, so I'm excited for that. Very curious to see how that stuff will work out, if it'll work out at all. Because so far, I'm not 100% sure if I like this or not. Oh shit.
Hold on a moment, put the phone away. So many moments captured
It's
or
fine.
thrown away. Actually be in the moment.
Still on the early layers. We can still stay
It's the only
a little darker. It's fine.
I mean, you could be watching what you're watching and not watching through a screen, no filter. Lose yourself in the now and expect to be wild. Embrace the
I
present.
think that's good.
Little taste of heaven before it's all erased. It only takes a second. It's not replaced with seconds. So when you face the blessings, immerse yourself. No sidetracks. No Samsungs, iPhones or iPads. No vids,
Step
pics,
away.
recordings or time lapse. No distractions. Just look at what's in front of you. Truth be told, you know that's really what you want to do.
All right. These were the older gloves, still from last week. Figured mixing paint is always a messy job. I'll just use the old gloves. Grab a fresh pair once I start painting. All right. Whew. No one's in, as far as I'm aware, which is fine. I didn't tweet out the stream or anything. There's some comfort in being alone, right? Definitely some comfort in there. I did promise some friends I would let them know I went live.
that pain. Get out my way, I'm running, run away. You know how it goes. No need to take this rose. No need to make a pose. You make some noise. You make some noise. You hear my voice. I'm running, running, run away. I'm going on my way.
Now, what the?
Don't try to slay, don't try to slay. Don't slay my peaceful faith. Let's blow best coast. I don't suppose. I just hear your voice. You get what you dispose. You know how it goes. No need to take this rose. No need to make a pose. You make some noise. You make some noise. You hear my voice.
Well, let's you know, not diddle daddle around.
This is Edward
Get
Oberon. You're tuned to the
thing
sound
thing.
of DJ Amnesty, live in the mix, only on Bassline.
Come on, keyboard. Don't do me like that, bro. That's annoying. Oh man, I love coffee. So good. So good. Alright, so I wanted to push the blue to the more grayish side. Take it step by step. We're starting with the darkest values again. Because they look cool on camera, but it's not very dark. I would like it to be a lot darker. Next time I'm ordering gloves, I'm going to take the smaller sizes. Yeah, that's XL. Well, they're not expensive, right? It's like $8 for 100 of these gloves. That's fine. It's negligible. Like 3 bottles of Coca-Cola in a month. Alright, let's turn on the GoPro. Time lapse. Go. Cool, yeah, nothing weird on screen. I was editing the video and I noticed that a tube of tobacco was full on in sight. It's like, damn it. Oops. Oh well. Walk. Happy New Year's, bro. How you doing? Oh my god, what the hell? You guys are hearing that, right? Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Like something is connecting and disconnecting and reconnecting through USB. I think it's my keyboard. Gonna do New Year's? Gotcha. Alright, keyboard. Shut up. Yeah, I keep doing that, but... yeah, sure. Fall down there. That's fine. Normal keyboard. It has 2 USB ports. Mechanical keyboards from Corsair. I forgot what keyboard it is, but it's called like. Hold on, give me a sec. Push it in again. All right, that's one. Let's do the other one. It's been doing that for a long time. It wasn't doing that for a good couple of weeks. Now, and as of today, it started again. Very annoying. Anyway, I hope it'll stop now. Update driver. Yeah, maybe. I could do that. After the stream. Otherwise, I'll just straight up unplug it. That keeps annoying me. So how you doing, Cluck? Hope you're well. Yeah. I kind of forgot how far I followed your instructions. Some things I was like didn't work out for me, so I changed them. I'm kind of lost on what I actually did. I already forgot. Yeah, I hope the audio sounds good. I still feel like the microphone sounds a bit muddy. I'm not sure. Dull. Sucks. I'm pretty sure it's an equalizer thing. Reflex plugin? I have it. I have that one. Brush isn't doing what I want it to do. Definitely not doing what I want this thing to do. I feel like I should clean it. I don't wanna, I wanna paint. Yeah, sure thing, bro. Take your time. I'm so excited. I searched down some money. Got the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition trilogy set. 4K resolution, like Ultra HD. Yay. Because it's fairly certain, because I googled it and the PS4 Pro can play that, right? Turns out, can't. Well, it can, but it can only stream it. Blu-ray reader inside of the PS4 Pro cannot read 4K Ultra Blu-rays. So I bought a 4K Blu-ray player. It should be arriving today. I could punch myself in the face for spending multiple hundreds of euros just to watch the 3 extended Lord of the Rings movies. But worth it. I love those movies. Damn it. That was a bit of a letdown when I figured that out. But it's fine. There are many more movies released on that format. And yeah. Can always buy more, right? Can I do this for you? Maybe. Pause the music. You want me to pause the drum and bass? There it goes again. Oh my god. So annoying. Where is it? D&B's lit. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So good. All right. Tell a story about my process, how I make this painting so far. All right. All right. So, the idea is, well, it started as graffiti as an art form combined with cubism, following the art form's fundamentals. There's a problem with that, though, because cubism relies on the multiplication of perspectives, which you cannot do with a letter structure since they have no perspective. So what I tried to do is paint or draw letter structures, but with the intention of insinuating the letter instead of actually painting the letter. Now, this one turned out differently. I went a bit simpler and just actually paint the letters, but abstract them just a little bit in how I present them. But if you were to follow the structures themselves, it would be a normal letter. It happens at times. Yeah. I really look up to Deuce and his work, so this painting is definitely inspired by him. And the way he treats his letters is so cool. Ridiculous. Oh, you're done? Okay, cool. Now, I was just freestyling. I was just freestyling. And yeah. So I try to get inspired by Duz, by seeing how he treats his letters, how he treats his colors, how he presents his work. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that too. That's so fucking cool. Without actually biting his work. That's yeah, that's kind of what originality is, right? You take an idea from someone else and you change it. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'm turn the music back on. But I already have like a whole buttload of like a noise gate, a noise this, a noise that, a side chain, an equalizer. I already have that stuff on. then you need a clean signal, just straight up how the microphone sounds originally. Because what you recorded right now is already heavily edited. I can turn it all off for you and no DW. I have no idea what that means. Doesn't make too much difference. Alright, cool. Well, I'm curious nonetheless, so. Yeah, I am cleaning this brush today. I should clean it now, but I don't worry. Ah, gotcha. Don't worry. Gotcha. I try not to worry. Sometimes you can't help it. And I just now realized I didn't finish my exercises today. I've been trying to do daily fitness. I'm struggling. That's why my arm is still very, very shaky. My back hurts, my knee hurts, my arm hurts, right? Time to do something about it. Mess with the faders. I don't know. What is a fader? Oh, it's the mic is set to minus 0.9 dB.
This is Subrix, and you're locked into Amnesty Live.
I don't know, bro. You want to see the thing? All right, cool. Where is my? That's all I got. Can you? Yes, you can. It's a bit of a delay. Right here. These are the faders, right? Yeah, there's like a 5-6 second delay, something. I have low latency off. No clue why. Limiter, right here. Enough limiter. I think I'm still too hungover from the New Year's celebrations. I had a rum and coke and a couple of joints yesterday, you know, during the day, watching Game of Thrones. I'm still very, very slow. Nope, I'm done. this keyboard. Keyboard, piss off. Wow. Wow. So annoying. My God. Drive that to the stream. Yeah, I'll try. Now I do need a keyboard, so I'm just gonna grab my old one, which is technically newer. When I tried the standing desk thing, it could only hold this keyboard, so. Also Corsair, but this one doesn't turn itself off and then on again. It's driver thing. I'll try that after the stream. I'll check it out. Thanks, mate. First things first, right? Got things to paint. Yeah. Cool. Paint. Oh, I also made 3 Instagram reels that I haven't posted yet. Want to change the third one. It has a little bit too much camera shake in there. I'm pretty excited about it. I do think it'll be cool. Pretty sure I have to properly clean this brush. It's the bristles are don't want to stay connected. A bad thing for me. Can you guys actually see what I'm doing on the screen? Maybe very subtly? Adam Raven. The Mind Games. He? Give you that idea. Well, welcome in. How you doing? Hold on. I know you, person. Do I? I only play mind games on my friends. Oh, sure thing, fuck. Cheers, mate. Now it's becoming a game. I only messaged 2 persons today. 2 people. That I went live. Just 2. And one of them, double check, hasn't seen the message yet. So you can only be 1 person. Miss Nail Salon and Tattoo Combination. I guess. Yes! Woo! Math! Oh, gelukkig nieuwjaar nog. You were already gone when it happened, so yeah. How was the rest of your night? Was it fun? Big Tricks, what up, bro? Happy New Year's. Hope you're well. Thanks. Oh boy, it was fun. I got a new nickname. Thanks to Known. Oh, I'm Pippi Longstockings, but in Dutch. Oh, it was a good night. Party till around 4, and went to bed. Oh, it was good. It was good. You doing good, E-Trick? Big Tricks? That's good to hear, mate. Awesome. Not as fun as it was at Linda's. Why didn't you come back? Your presence was awesome. Pippi Longkous. I don't know why. Because I said 1 + 1 = 3. Now I'm Pippi Longstockings. Pippi Longkous. And then Ochtel was like, I can give you those braids, right? With the steel, just a little steel string. Put the hair up, braid it. Look just like her. But I left before she woke up, so yes. Yeah, Known gave me the name, but I doubt she remembers. 1 + 1 = 1. No, it doesn't. It equals 3. Which is my family-friendly sex joke. It could equal 4 or 5. Or just 2. Doesn't always happen. How was my night? It was pretty good. I had a lot of fun. I'm still hungover. So I'm really careful with the paint right now. Hungover, good. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I needed that. That was really fun. I'm definitely going to be more social again as of this year. I drank a couple of those, yes. We finished a bottle with Dario. We finished another bottle. I forgot what it was. All the champagne was gone. I lost count how many beers I drank. Had a good couple of puffs. Yeah, it was good. Fun. Right now, I felt like, you know what? I'm gonna chill and paint today. Hang out with some nice drum and bass music. Have a good old time. Drink a lot. Yeah, way more than I usually do. You will invite me everywhere? Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I won't join in on everything. I'll definitely try. Because it doesn't just happen, right? You gotta put in some effort. Let the people know, that you're down to clown, you're down to party, right? Because who wants to hang out with someone who doesn't want to be there? Like, I wouldn't, but I want to hang out. So yeah, simple, right? Send you the details. All right, check out the stream. I will. Thank you. Alternative approach to limiting. Ooh. Yeah, I still want to set up voice meter again and see if I can disconnect the music from the stream, right? So it doesn't appear in the VODs, but my voice does. I think that'll really help with copyright claims and the muting. Really annoying. Madam Raven, thank you for following. You have entered a contract right now, and you're not allowed to leave. Well, you're allowed to leave, but your soul is mine right now. Haha. How's the hubby doing? I really enjoyed meeting him. Finally. I'm very careful with names. I don't like to use names on the stream, even though I did. I got your Stoic tricks. Yes, I do. Was a little dirty. I don't know what you've been doing, but in a link. What are you talking about? I already forgot what I was talking about. Don't tease me, please don't. That's Linda's job.
Jingle bells.
Very thankful she hasn't done that in many years.
Jingle bells.
I know. I'm joking too. Linda's job? Teasing me.
Jingle bells.
She hasn't done that for many years, so don't tell her. She'll start again. It's really annoying. Linda's such a Don't tell her that. Nah, she'd probably just laugh. Tell me how sweet she is to me. She is. She's really sweet. We've known each other for more than half of our lives. So yeah. Those are the types of friends that you start treating like family or something, but as friends. So can word, like, she can say things to me that other people would not dare say to me, right? She can get away with it. Powerful position. Let me see, where's the line? Right here. Ball stick. Can also be so powerful. eventually. Sure. You gotta earn that right. In the toilet pipe. Oh. Okay, that's just my monitor. I thought so. So, yeah, guys, if you have any questions regarding art, graffiti, me, whatever, feel free to ask. If I have an answer, I'll give it. The meme that got me into hell of a buzz was the part where I forgot who it was, but someone said, "Shut up, dear fur." All right. Cool. What kind of D&B do I prefer? Oh, that's a good question. It really depends. It depends on where I am. If I'm at a party, give me neurofunk, right? Some powerful stuff, right? If I'm chilling, painting, enjoying the sun or whatever, give me some liquid. If I'm working out, some jump up or jungle would be good. No, not jungle. I want something simple and repetitive. If I need to, what's the word? Boost some creativity or some energy, jungle. It really depends. It really depends. But yours, if you have one. Guess yours. Something with gabber. Something aggressive. I think with you, it's either one of the extreme ends. That's my guess. One of the 5. For you? Oh my God, I have no idea. I would say either neuro or liquid. Those are two of the, extreme edges. Liquid being like very calm and dreamy. Neuro being very, aggressive, punchy. And the thing is, right, you may create more of the more aggressive type music. That doesn't mean you listen to it, right? Here does. Oh, okay. Well, then neuro. Anyone else want to answer that question? What's your favorite type of drum and bass? If you have a favorite type of drum and bass. If you don't know the term for it, that's fine too. Jungle. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm still kind of lost on the exact definition of jungle. Still a little lost on it. But to me, jungle continuously progresses. It continuously changes. There's no repetition in jungle, as far as I understand it. Fast to break, yeah. Well, turn into something that I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know how to classify this. This drum and bass? No idea. I just know I like it. But I don't know how to classify it. Jungle is always samples. Oh. Okay, interesting. That's fair. Ah, gotcha. Okay, interesting. Fair enough. Yeah. Growing up, my favorite used to be breakcore, but you know, you get a little older. What am I talking about? Drum and bass. Drum and bass music. No, break beats. Drums and basses on broken quarter measures, I think the term is. I'm not sure. Like the metronome on DAB sounds a little different. Like one of the lines of the instruments, it's a little broken and reshuffled. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like let's say the hi-hats and the snares, for the kick, it's 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. So you shuffle around with it, so you get this rolling beat that seems to roll into the next one continuously instead of following that circle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where it goes in the circle, drum and bass seems to roll into the next one. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure how to explain it. Chap, what up, bro? What am I focusing on today's art? Another layer of paint. With oil paints, how I like to do oil paints is layer by layer. So the first layers will be very thin in paint, and the more layers I add, the thicker the paint gets. So right now I have started on the second layer. So yeah, so today's goal, I hope I'll get it, is to redo all the darkest darks in here. So that the brighter values jump more. The more layers of paint you put on there, the more saturation stays alive, right? Let me see if I can you learn from today live? Well, ask away. Ask any questions you want. Come on. But can you see how not clean that is? Can you see that by any chance? I can't properly see it on my monitor. The reflection of the lamps is messing up my view. You can see it's a little dirty, right? But that's what happens with the thinner layers. You can definitely see more of the brush strokes everywhere. Yeah. Or the pattern of the canvas. I can 100% still see the pattern of the canvas through the letters. And I want to get rid of that. And that's the thing with oil paints. There are so many ways you can use them. And I like to use it sparingly. Step by step, very small, very thin. Which gives me the room to adjust and change things, like this tint of blue right here, which looks kind of the same as this line over here. It's not. You can get fat by eating oil paint. You'll get sick. You'll get sick. Don't eat your oil. Don't eat paint. But no, you won't get fat. You'll get very sick. But if you didn't get sick, well, it's pigments. It's basically pigments, binder, and oil, right? That's all it is. So no, I don't think so. It doesn't have calories or anything. I could be wrong. Yeah, following the rule of from there's tattooed that one. This one? This? Where? Where would you tattoo this? If I were to design a graffiti piece as a tattoo, I would take the canvas in mind, right? Where is it? I would design the tattoo differently if it was on my arm than on my back, right? I would change it. This one I wouldn't tattoo because I have no idea where I would put it. But I'll show you. Right? One sec. Something like this, though. This will look cool on someone's back, right? This would look cool. Like you could have this bit in the neck, right? You got the shoulder blades going up. You thin it out here for the mid waist behind the ear. This behind the ear. Whole piece. Yeah, like maybe like one of the. Yeah, maybe. I would do that. I don't know. That's a good one. I haven't thought about it. My shaft? No. I'm not tattooing the shaft. Yeah. No shade to people who do. That's you. It's all you. It's all fine. Or this one. Give me one sec. Sorry. This one. Or this one, right? This would look cool on someone's back, I reckon. But tattoo designs, they go up, right? Like this, they go up. Most tattoo designs. This, where would you put this? I can only think of the shoulder blades. That would look stupid. But this design, if I were to keep it in mind as a tattoo, I would do this differently. So underrated? No, I'm not. But thank you. Maybe I underrate myself. That I will admit. I do under. Oops. Come on. Is that in focus? That is not in focus. Damn it. Underrate myself too much? I do. Almost every artist does. Because artists shouldn't really look at the end result. They should worry about the process. We judge ourselves by the process we go through, not the end result. The end result doesn't show the process.
This is Subrix, and you're locked.
So if I paint something that's really fucking cool and beautiful and everything, and I'm like, yeah, no, this sucks, that means the process was very, very tedious, maybe didn't go my way, even though the end result looks cool, then the process just sucked. Maybe I had to restart it 5 times. Who knows, who knows? Process, that's what matters. That's, yeah, the artist looks differently at his own work. What about processed foods? I eat it. There's a dog. He's sleeping. There he is. Sleeping like a good boy. Mister. Yeah, he's a boy. Got a little jealous this morning. It was really cute. Big Saint Bernard dog jumped towards me, you know. Because they were happy, you know, just out of excitement. And Floyd immediately like, "Nyeh, mine." That was really cute. I didn't say anything about myself. If I'm cute or not, that's not for me to decide. For other people. Some people may think I'm cute. Some people may think I'm the reincarnation of Satan. That actually happened. There was this very old lady, very confused, who kept screaming at me I was a reincarnation of Satan and was evil. Really weird. I just told her thank you. I moved on. Oh, that was years ago. Credit card details: 1111111100111001. No. 001. There you go. Now get yourself some Roblox bucks. Yeah, that's for other people to decide, right? Or I could look in the mirror and be like, hey, I look cute today. Hey, I look sexy today. Hey, I look this today. But, if I look in the mirror today, I'll be like, I'm tired. The devil dog? No. He's really kind. Really nice. Nazis were Satanists. Satanists before 1966 was a pejorative. It was used as an insult to describe people you don't like. That's all it was. That's all it was. That word changes all the time. Used to be Satanist, then it turned into Nazi, then it turned into ableist, then it turned into this, and then into that. But it means the same thing. It's people you don't like. What word is being used for that constantly changes per generation. Up to you to, see through the bullshit and see what they actually mean with it. You got this neighbor purely because of her contact. What's your Satanist? There you go. He doesn't like you. Right? If you ask him to define the word Satanist, I can almost guarantee you he'll get it wrong. Your neighbor does not know what a Satanist is. And no, it's not someone who worships the devil. You know how we call those people? If you know the answer, you deserve a cookie. You'll have to get your own cookie, though. Colors depending mainly? Turquoise. Turquoise. Turquoise blue. Is red. And I say, the pixels in your monitor are starting to bleed. Believe what you see. Observational. I'm down with that. I don't mind that. I do the same thing. Well, what if you don't understand what you're observing? That's where theories, right? Conspiracies. QAnon. That's where that stuff comes from. Observation without understanding. It happens. It happens. You want to start drawing? Do it. Start. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil or a pen, doesn't matter, and start fucking drawing. Start drawing. Do it. Just start. I keep saying it over and over again. The end result does not matter. The process matters. Just start drawing. That's it. Start drawing. Hey, I don't care if you actually do it or not. I'm just sharing the voice in my head with you. You want to do something? Do it. Up to you if you actually do it. I'm just sharing the voice in my head that tells me to draw. That's how I went from very shitty cartoons like 5-6 years ago to this. Which, not that this is super good yet, but you know, I have an understanding now. Starting to learn. Really nice. Not actual voices, duh, but you know what I mean. Need a new sketchbook? And Papa Swolio would say for the fitness people, go to the fucking gym. I would say, start fucking drawing. Start drawing. Don't say you want to start drawing, just start drawing. Do it. You don't have to share, don't have to do anything with it. Just have to start drawing. My arm? Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. I did my exercises this morning, so they're nice and it's warm, right? I warmed up. It feels nice. Yeah. The arm feels good. Thanks for asking. You want to do illegal things then? Fucking hate that gym guy. But the dude who takes a sip, spits it out, and says, go to the fucking gym. So funny. It's so funny to me. Because in the end, he does kind of have a point. That's what's funny to me. Because I wake up, you know, I crack my bag 36 times and I'm like, oh, I feel old. No, I'm fucking 33 years old. I shouldn't be doing that. I need to take care of myself. That's the whole joke. I kind of like it. Was nice. Need to go. R is up. What is R? Ciao, Bella. Thanks for stopping by, madam. And it's gonna happen soon. Gonna happen soon. I'm gonna print that paw of Floyd here, right here. I'm gonna go to your shop and tell you to tattoo it right there on the spot. Gonna happen. I'll give you a call beforehand. Doesn't have a point. It's a joke. It's a joke. Right? It's marketing. It's just a fun joke. It's like that instructor, the fitness instructor that goes, one more. That's it. That's it. Yeah, of course. Fucking of course. Why would you take something like that so seriously? Fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I totally understand that. But trust me, it's a joke. If you want reaffirmment for that, just look him up on a podcast or something. Something like that. And then you'll hear that he's, you know, he'll talk normally. He'll be like, he won't do that in your face, obviously. He does that for the camera. If he would to do that in real life, then yeah, his business would fail 100%. Rightfully so. But I don't think he does that way, right? Just a joke. It's a little funny. Ah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it, bro. All good. All good. Don't worry. Papa Swolio can't hurt you here. Yeah, I'm laughing about it, but for real, don't worry about it. Twitch does. Why would Twitch care about a fitness instructor screaming, go to the fucking gym? I don't think they'd care. Let me see.
Right, massive respect for locking in for the last 2 hours. This one's something forthcoming on Gold Fat. It's called by Mike Kiss. It's called Smashed Lies.
Yeah, with context.
Right out to Sean Abash, all the Estonian crew locked in. Big ups, mate. Out to the Dave Walsh. Out to the Orlando Oriel. Big ups to Simon. Out to the Section 31.
Or to go, if I were to threat someone with doxing or something like that. And yes, which definitely cares about that. That is true. As they should. Or, and it's, when things come to light, you know, of a streamer doing not so nice things. Sure. Rightfully so.
For that again this week. So that's 10 till 12 a.m. UK time, just after Defunk.
This is a joke, and excessive profanity wouldn't be able to survive on Twitch. And he definitely does, luckily. Really like his show.
Lock in 10 till 12 tonight UK time.
That's fine, Tricks. That's fine. You do you. You do you.
Massive respect out to the Bass Drive chat room family.
Oh, good. Right, Bill. I would not buy tickets for that. I would accept tickets. Yes, I wouldn't buy them. Oh, man, I'm feels so fucking shaky, bro. Holy shit.
Right, see you in a few hours. Big up Space Drive crew. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah, this is the last thin layer I'm gonna do on this painting. And afterwards, the next layer, we're gonna go fat and thick. What radio station is this? I'm tuned into bassdrive.com. I'll give you a minute to listen to it because I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I hope you are enjoying the show and the conversations and everything. Yeah, keep it up. And if you have any questions regarding art, graffiti, whatever, feel free to ask.
Yes.
I love to talk, yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Check 1 2 1 2. A bit of a late start. This is Bass Drive Radio, an external subway with External Beats Radio Show number 13. It's almost New Year, people. I would like to congratulate everybody with New Year and Happy Christmas.
People have talked about hell, and if there is a place that it's burning and is 7 times hotter than fire, and that there is no air and eternal torment, and that you can't die, that's the way I felt. I was in hell. Hell on earth.
And we're back. Hey, hi, how you doing? I'm just gonna grab another cup of coffee. Hey, last week I finally watched The House of the Dragon, and ooh boy, I like it. Have you guys seen it? The prequel to Game of Thrones. Any of you seen it? Maybe? If so, what did you think of it? Nope. I hate Game of Thrones. Why? If you don't have a reason for it, that's fine too. It is very slow and heavy and intricate and, you know, get attached to cool characters that you really like, and then, bam, they're gone. I'll never forget that one specific episode. I had no idea what was going to happen, and I was, my God. Fake mythology. Well, yeah, it's it's very fake. Absolutely. But it's fake, right? Why would you want to create a fake story with the real world? Eh. Like one of the reasons why I don't like the Rings of Power. For that reason, basically. Weirdly enough. Vikings gave a wrong picture about Vikings. Gotcha. I haven't seen Vikings. I haven't seen that one. So, that I wouldn't know. Will literally buy into that. Oh yeah, that sucks. But it's fake. That's one of the things what irks me about Rings of Power. Like Tolkien literally created a world with a history, with religions, right? Fucking thousands of years of history that have been written down. Everything in Tolkien's world exists for a reason. Everything has a history. Ridiculous.
You know what you get? Nothing.
They got Rings of Power and they're like, oh, it's problematic.
Something for something.
What? How? How? Why? It doesn't exist. that's how that world works. Ah.
You know what you get? Nothing.
Oh well. Tell that to pop pagans. I do not care about the opinions of pop pagans. I don't care. Just as much as I don't care about pop Satanists or whatever edgy Dean Lords. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. You're a rebel in your own made-up world. That's fine. Loader, it's cringe. I don't hate you for that. If you don't like Lord of the Rings, that's fine. Harry Potter's even. Harry Potter has some obvious faults in the story. Yeah, definitely. Especially with the Goblet of Fire. The Goblet of Fire book. I haven't read the books that far. I've seen the movies multiple times. That whole movie made no sense to me, like at all. Hogwarts, the most safe place on Earth in that world. It's not. It's not. It's not. I don't get it. It's fine now. In the end of the day, it's right as an asshole. Yeah, fair, but I don't care about the writer. If she were to I don't really know what she said, to be completely honest, and I don't want to get into it. Yeah. Harry Potter is the best? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. No. I agree. It's not. It's meant for children, right? Can get over the adults with once thing? Yeah. Fair. But it needs rules, right? Like magic can only be performed through certain words or techniques. Not everyone can use it. Why not? Right? What's the key factor that allows people to be a wizard or not? Right? I don't know. I don't think Harry Potter explains it. You're either born with it or you're not. Okay, that's fine. I'm having a coffee, bro. I'm chilling. I'm chill. I'm chilling. We'll get back to painting a bit, for sure. But whether you like it or not, that's fine, right? That's a subjective thing. That's totally fine. But to be able to distinguish between fiction, right? Cultural fact, that's important. What I personally like about Game of Thrones is the unpredictability of it. Like, you go really deep. Art is subjective too. For a large portion, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, hold on. Flight, klaar. Super, dankjewel man. Werk ze. What is this? What is... Oh wow! That came in a lot sooner than I thought it would. Hey Nimra! Happy New Year. How you doing? I thought this was gonna take another couple of days. Yeah, here? Awesome. Package. Movies not your thing, apart from The Conjuring. The Conjuring. What was that movie about again? I know I saw it, but I can't remember what it's about. It's a bit more modern, right? I don't think I've liked a horror movie in the last 10 years. Like it's not. Oh, the scissors? Scissors. All right. Green for oil. Medium liquid. Ooh. Interesting. What's this? Safflower oil. I think I got this to clean the brushes with. I'm not 100% sure. Made from the seeds of the safflower, which is also known as distaff thistle or fake saffron. Saffron oil dries slowly and is paler than linseed oil. Ah, okay, this is for later stages. That's it. What do we got here? Got something over here as well. This is walnut oil. Refined walnut oil. A pure, light and purified walnut oil. Binding component for own production of non-white oil colors for painting mediums. The oil ratio is very much depends on the type and quantity of the pigment. Slower drying and less yellowing than linseed oil. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I am excited to try it out. Anyway, Nemra, sup doggy? Yeah, that's Floyd. He always responds to the doorbell. How was your New Year's celebration, Nemra, if you're still here? Yeah, I know it's horror, but The Conjuring... Ah, fuck it. I'll Google it. Where's my mouth? The Conjuring. Images. What's it about again? That rings a... Oh, it's with the creepy nun. Yeah. I was a little underwhelmed by it. There were some good scares in there, but all it was jump scares. What I really like in horror is the threat of right? Feeling uneasy the entire time, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Right, but jump scares, to me, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so I could be wrong. But I feel like jump scares are being confused with being scary. Which, in a sense, it's true, because being startled is just getting scared really quickly. Fair enough. But the build up to the jump scare is where the real horror lies. I don't know. For instance, Saw. I cannot watch the Saw movies. They gross me out. I can't handle gore, horror. Not because it's scary, but it's sickening to me. I'll never watch The Centipede for that reason. Disgusting. I don't like it. I don't think it's scary. It's just gross. Work both Christmas and New Year. As long as companies do... I forgot the camera again. As long as companies do inventory, you get full schedule. I hope you get paid well. Damn. More horror is fucking you. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, fine for people who like it. It's fine. So gratuitously. No. Well, I don't like the Saw. I like the first Saw movie. That one is good. Liminal spaces, yes. Love that. Love liminal spaces. They're so creepy. That gives me that sense of unease. That's good. You can build on top of that. That's good. Like The Shining. Shining is full of that stuff. Honestly, the work is super fun. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen,
really gives your mind a chance to understand. What do you do?
This is External
What
Beats
do you
Radio
do?
Show,
For a living.
Bass Drive Radio. Just
Gmon, that's a game, right?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Gotcha. Oh, that sounds like fun. Those ASMR videos. Maybe it's a side job, yeah. I were good with voices. I would narrate audiobooks. It's a side job, maybe. I can't do that in here, though. My neighbors like their music a bit too much. Random times. This morning at around 10. Every day, I wake up. I like to read for like an hour. For at least an hour. And if I don't have the time, I'll read for 2 hours. Then around 10, the music started again. Oh my God. Oh. I want my 4K Blu-ray player. I want to watch Lord of the Rings tonight. Normies would say your tech support for cash register. Oh, interesting. You want blasting Neurofunk? I'm not blasting Neurofunk. See, I'm not wearing the headphones, right? It's very soft. Normies would say you're useless. You're not. I get happy every time I see your name pop up in chat. Yes! Loyalty, motherfucker. I'm not a normie. I'm not? Maybe I am. And you just fell for my biggest trap yet. Maybe I am a normie. maybe secretly, right? I have a normal job with a wife and kid, and you know. Maybe I watch the news at 8. Maybe. Who knows? Nickname like it's M. It's A. Ain't it? Perfect. Perfect. Ain't and quack. Not quack, it's walk. But I don't think that tone exists in the English language. Walk. Very Germanic. God, you guys. Definitely not of the normies. It's true. Not a normie. Sometimes I wish I was. But if I was, then I wouldn't know what I am today. Everyone to eat out there? No? Maybe it depends. Depends.
Yes.
We have a lot of dumb rules in our language.
All the Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram.
Usually,
Thank you
when
for
it's
tuning in
double,
tonight.
the tone changes. Like one E is
This is
A,
External Subway.
double is A or E, or
External Beats Radio Show
it depends.
number 13.
You got all kinds of different combinations for all kinds of letters. So it's true. Sometimes I do wish I was a normie. Sometimes. Sure, it'd be boring, but it would also be comfortable. Know what I mean? Oh, he's son? Dutch? Hey son? Hey son. If it was one E, it would be has son. Fuck levels. I don't care about oh shit, I forgot. I forgot the the film. It happens. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I can speak Swedish. Well, the Swedish language kind of sounds a little bit like Dutch in certain ways. Not always, but I think the language has the same origin as Dutch. Swedish word is Hassan. Based in Dutch, it is he's. Yeah. Like AAN, right? Yeah, AN, it's on. If it's AAN, it's an. It's I don't know how to explain it because I don't know the actual terms for it. Like I could not tell you what a vowel is. No idea. I have absolutely no idea. Fun means fun. I heard that too. Like fan culo? I don't know what language that is. Fan is about fucking. Supposed to be Satan? Really? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that. Gotcha. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. We love our devil stuff here. Well, no, not devil. That's different. Oh yeah, that's the joke I made earlier. What was it about again? Like people calling each other Satanists, but that was just used as a pejorative for people you don't like. And if you ask the people what Satanist means, they probably don't know. Because the majority will say devil worshipper, and they'd be wrong. And they tell me, right? Then they ask me, like, okay, then what do you call someone who worships the devil? I'd say Christian. Fucking Christian? How dare you? How dare you? I'm not. I may have been back in the day. Sure, I'll admit that. Once I learned to, you know, think critically and rationally, I was like, makes absolutely no sense. Satan's name in Arabic. I knew that at one point. Be Christian? Yeah. Well, I was just searching for something, right? I was searching. I didn't understand the world. I was looking for something to hold on to. I can contrast and compare. And I had a Christian girlfriend. And then, you know, get into that. In Islamic. Yeah. A lot of them do. The original Satan, or the definition of it is opposition, opposer. That's what it is. It's the opposition. That's what it means. In the Hebrew context, at least. And that got changed into a lot of different things. Like if you type it into Google, Satanist, you'll get someone that worships the devil. But that's just simply not. It's not true. Not true. The Satanists are atheistic. All of them. All of them. If you ever talk with someone who claims to be a theistic Satanist, just walk away. Or, you know, join the conversation. It could be funny. Who knows? Not the bad guy? It's been a very long time since I studied the Christian mythology. I did at one point. It was... Well, once I had read the book of Job, I was like, no, fuck it. Even if he does exist. No. It's a good Norse mythology. I'll take the Tolkien mythology. That's what I like. I haven't read enough about it yet. Still need to buy and read the Silmarillion. But right now I'm reading the Witcher books. I think once I'm done with that book, I'm gonna finish the last book of Lord of the Rings, because I never got to the actual last bit of it. Abnormal power nut. I'm a little lost on what you mean, Emra. But to me, it's all the same, right? To me, at least. No, I respect other people's beliefs, you know. You do you. I'm fine with that. When you start forcing it on me, like my aunt likes to, with Christmas and whatever, likes to send me like Christian postcards. I thank her for the normal cards she sends me, and I just straight up rip the Christian ones. Rip it up, chuck it out. Like, nope, don't want it. I know what life is. You're living it. Serve God. That's your choice. What is life? Well, you're living it. I can't answer that for you. You exist because you can. Definition of life? Scientific. Oh, that's when you're able to breathe, right? you're a biological mechanism that lives and breathes, I think. I think that was it. I'm not sure. Not? Then what is it? Educate me. Genetics. Fair. Fair. That's what I meant. Fair. Like a whole bunch of things together that turn you into something. In our case, human. Right. Brain. I'm a fucking graffiti artist. What do I know about life? Trying to act like an arrogant nerd? Oh, is that what you're doing? Maybe you should try and channel your inner Gandalf a bit more. Video, what? Black is looking good though. I don't care you do TikTok. What's it about? Only getting in the zone. I don't wanna fuck myself. Oh, look at that. Already bouncing more than it did 2 hours ago. Just these small little adjustments. Good times. I'm happy. talking during the New Year's party I was. Well, I have some artist friends, right? They approach their art very different from me, and they were showing it. Showing off their work, talking about it. I really liked it. I keep seeing a lot of people, a lot of artists being afraid to go dark. Don't be afraid to go dark. But I get it, because it's such a permanent, so visceral. Is that the word I'm looking for? It's so strong. Like very dark colors. They're opaque. They jump. They're very powerful. So I get it. Like being scared to go dark. It's very understandable. It took me a good while to get over that. Dark drawing? Well, yeah, working on a black canvas is a little weird. That much is true. I'm recording, right? Yes, I'm recording. Oh, cool. That is cool. I made for Instagram. I made 3 reels. Time lapse of this painting right here. I can show you guys if you want. I haven't posted them yet. Don't feel like they're good enough yet. Like maybe a little what's the English word? Langdradig. What I'm looking for? What I'm looking for? Dreadful? No, dreadful. No. Dreadful is something very different. Dreadful is more like good question. How do you explain dreadful? I don't know. Oh, on the next painting, I'm probably gonna do it double. I'm gonna do 2 paintings at the same time. Just to make sure that when I'm gonna try something, I'll try it on the practice painting first before I do it on the actual painting. And try and learn some new techniques. Slowly but surely, I don't treat my oil paints as acrylics anymore. About time. It's a little. Every time I try to learn more about oil paints, more questions arise. Difficult technique. Everyone has something different to say about it. Oh, fuck. Have you heard of January? Harvest are doing it right now. Like you get an hour during January. 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day. Make a jam, post it. This isn't exercise. You heard about that? You're drawing dicks. Don't let me distract you then. He's doing it, chat. He's finally drawing dicks. Finally. You can still see the pattern of the butt filling up nicely. Where on the lighter value, probably where it gets that clay texture from. All the insides of in the insides of the panels, right? Because it has little dents in it. That's filled with paint. That's fine. Top parts of it are not, because it's so thin, right? But now with the blacks on here, it's starting to look like something. Makes me happy. Brush, fade it, move it. Don't be scared. Do it. You can always change it later.
External Beats radio show hosted by External Subway. This is show number 13. It's almost New Year, people. This is Bass Drive Radio. Oh yes. Let's do this.
Hey boss. Happy New Year this year. Trying to look awesome with the chain. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you too, bro. Did you do anything fun? Not really. It happens. Last couple of New Years that I, quote unquote, celebrated, I didn't. It was the first year in many years, I made an effort to just hang out with friends. I'm happy I did. You know, sometimes you don't. That's fine. I really like that a whole lot better than I did the blue. Except the blip chord. Well, they exist. It's fine. Again, just as a reminder, feel free to ask any questions you have about art, graffiti, paint, something else. That's all fine. We don't have a specific topic we're talking about now, so you know. Whoops. Overshot a little bit right there. That's fine. Yes. Dick art. Ah, gotcha. That's fine. We'll get to some color again, eventually. Let's look. Welcome back. All that. Gotcha. I like doing stuff like that too. And when I'm watching a series, you know, that I've already seen. No problem, bro. Say hi to him for me. Or her. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, bro. Have fun.
Yes, we're going to this territory when the bangers are starting to play now. Oh yes. It's Santa Little Present.
Use that edge over here. Perfect.
Oh wow. Just 1 hour left of the show. I would like to thank everybody who is joining in tonight. This is the Bass Drive Radio, External Beats radio show, hosted by External Someway, live and direct from London. Oh yes.
Awkward demeanor, overthinking bleach dreamer. Forget these actors, I ain't heard them on a beat either. I'm a catalyst, I get you out your seat eager. Prone to accidents, my mic evolved to me cleaver. My people party might involve a free weaker. We push each other to go sicker and blow reefer. Cadet of the space age and an old geezer. Can take the pressure, altitude, no fever. Every single day's a blessing, I'm a known seeker. Pupils in the back of my eye sockets, all blown beaker. Nevertheless, it's the ruthless that I'm most eager.
Yeah, I'm learning things. I'm learning a lot today. This gray is also not what I wanted, but it's fine. Process is more important. Okay, so now I'm running into a problem. Not turning out how I want it to be. Okay, why not? First default. Right, where in lies the answer to my problem. Is it how I apply the paint? Is it my knowledge on color theory? Am I just being impatient? Which is very possible. Beautiful thing about spray paint, which I used to do, which used to be my main thing. Spray paint's fast, bro. So fast. I'm really liking this a lot more. Yeah. Curious how this one. Right.
For so long, I did whatever I wanted. And then I came, Father, why you love me so?
Awkward demeanor, overthinking bleach dreamer. Forget these actors, I ain't heard them on a beat either. I'm a catalyst, I get you out your seat eager. Prone to accidents, my mic evolved to me cleaver. My people party might involve a free weaker. We push each other to go sicker and blow reefer. Cadet at the space age and an old geezer. Can't take the pressure, altitude, no fear. Every single day's a blessing, I'm a no seeker. Pupils in the back of my eye sockets, open and weaker. Nevertheless, it's the ruthless that I'm most eager. Level your messengers too shake so you don't need it. Devils are stressed when my crew gets on a road leader. Fed on the scraps from the bootstraps and it's so eager. You're listening to the truth even if you don't see that. I turn these atheists one by one into the leader.
For all the newcomers, this is External Beats radio show, hosted by External Subway. This is Bass Drive Radio. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Wherever you do, wherever you are, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Bass Drive Radio is here for you. Oh yes.
Where the running from the Saturday sunrise. We're just holding on to something last night.
Wou je het gaapje plaats? Moet ook niet daar gaan liggen. Hoi. Bravo boy. I'm already liking this so much more. Happy I decided to change the blue. So much better. Already. I'm gonna keep some of it. Of course. But it wasn't a good way to, you know, start off the painting. Oh, shit. I completely forgot my coffee. That's ice cold right now. That's fine. Yeah, what do you guys think so far? Starting to feel the wrist, so that means I'm gonna stop. I'll happily, you know, hang around, talk for a little bit. Even though I like what I've done today, it feels like a step backwards. That's fine. Everything that's gray right now will become more bluish eventually. I think that's for tomorrow. We're still on the early layers. So everything can be dark, then eventually turn it bright. And that's when the color will kick in. This is just a foundation for it. I do think I should have made the gray more bluish. I think I was a little too aggressive in mixing my gray. That's fine. Good progression. I am good. Ooh. Words. Sentences. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yes. This is still Bass Drive Radio, just for you tonight. I hope you're enjoying the show. Wherever you are, whatever you do, the Bass Drive Radio is here for you. Oh yes.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Small steps and all that, right? We got some of the blue still in there. We got the turquoise in there. And I feel like this balance between the values, So it's working. It works. For me, it works. For now, right? Seeing the brush strokes in here. I don't like that.
Evolution forced the entirety of sentient life on this planet, using only one tool: mistake. I find myself taking a more disciplined approach here. I suppose self-delusion is a gift of natural selection as well. Indeed it is.
Really like that. That bit over here. You can expect that later in the piece. Like it almost shines, right? Like it's actually giving off light. Kind of what I want to go for. I think that would be really cool. And in order to do that, you need to go very dark so that the brighter values jump out more. I like how this is looking. Solid. Good. Good. All right. Yeah. With that. Oh, where's my? I lost it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it here. About that time, I need to walk my dog. You know how it go. You know how it go. I want to thank you very much for watching and lurking. And I wish you all a very, very happy new year. Get a good one, right? It's up to you. I'm excited for things to come. And yeah. Oh wow, that looks weird. My camera is only showing red at the moment, but looks like I have lipstick on. Hold on, let me change that. I don't like that. It's a different color. Is that working? There we go. I like that. Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. I will see you again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Yay, yay. Have a good one. See you then. Thanks for watching.
Discord crew, thank you for listening. Thank you, Mandarin. Thank you, beggars.